this week's Parashat Vayera, it says, Vayera elav Adonai be'elonei mamre, v'hu yoshev petach ha'oel kechom hayom. Hashem appeared to him, to Avraham Avinu, in the plains of Mamre, while he was sitting at the entrance of the tent in the heat of the day. Chapter 18 of the book of Bereshit. Avraham Avinu from last week's Parashat Lech Lecha had a Brit Milah at the end of the Parashat, and here this is the third day that he is recovering from this, and instead of sitting in bed, sleeping, no, he's waiting and looking for guests. So the first time we learn about the concept of rebuke is we learn from Hashem himself. When the angels come to Avraham Avinu and they tell him, Ayeh Sarah ishtecha v'yomer ine ba'oel. In the verse 9, chapter 18, verse 9, they said to him, where is Sarah, your wife? And he said, here, behold, in the tent. What are they asking about his wife? What are they asking about his wife for? And the sages say this is to highlight Sarah's modesty. Because a righteous woman is not going to hang out with the guys. She's not hanging out with the guys. Hey, yeah, have a beer. Hey, how are you? What'd you do this weekend? What do you think of the game? She became one of the guys. A righteous woman is not hanging out with one of the guys. Sarah Imenu did not hang out with one of the guys. She was the wife. She's not there to have a beer, a cold one, with these few guests, which at this point they think are Arabs. So they're saying, where's your wife? So this is, Hashem is highlighting her modesty, despite the fact that she was the most beautiful woman that ever lived. To such an extent that Chazal say that anyone else that you could ever put next to her looks more like a monkey than to her. That's how beautiful she was. So now the first thing is, he's asking, where's your wife? And then after that, he confirms that she's there because they want to make sure that she hears what they're about to say. They're saying to him, you're going to have a son. And in verse 12 it says, Sarah laughed at herself, saying, after I've withered, shall I again have a delicate skin? And my husband is old. She says, listen, I'm old now, and my husband's old. So Hashem says to Avraham, why is it that Sarah laughed, saying, shall I in truth bear a child though I have aged? So Hashem changes the truth here, where he says in essence that Sarah said, how could I have a kid if I'm so old? She didn't say I'm so old, she said my husband's old. But Hashem, for the sake of Shlom Bayit, knew that if he tells Avraham, listen, your wife thinks you're old, could create Shlom Bayit problems. So Hashem didn't say that, he said she thinks she's old. But nonetheless, Hashem brought the truth here. He told him, hey, is anything beyond me? Why are you saying that I can't make you, aren't I the one that decides whether you're pregnant or not pregnant? Doesn't matter that you're 99 years old. Doesn't matter that you're 80 years old, 90 years old, 1,000 years, doesn't make a difference. And this is sometimes what people need to understand when it comes to whether someone's pregnant or not pregnant. It's all in the hands of Hashem. I give you an example, a real life story. People like miracles. I know a woman, very righteous. He says, I don't have permission from her to say it. I'm not going to say her name, but it's a true story. She converted to Judaism, leaving everything behind. Leaving Christianity, leaving everything. Family, everything. Now, one of the things that she knew now is that now I'm gonna try to bring kids to the world. The only problem is that I'm almost 40 years old. Now, as we all know, biologically, women have their clocks tick. You know, it's not you can't have kids forever. We're not Sarah Imenu. So their biological clock is ticking, and according to the doctors, you're really not supposed to be able to have kids at that age. And even if you're able to have kids, it's not like it works right away. It takes time. So, and she says, listen, in reality, until now I didn't want kids. She didn't even want kids. Now I know it's going to be good for my husband to bring kids, because it's a mitzvah for the man. It's not it's an obligation for the man, not for the woman, to bring kids to the world. The woman is helping the man, but she's not obligated to have kids. The man is obligated to have kids. But nonetheless, she says, listen, I don't know if I could have a kid, and everyone says I'm too old, and it took me a while to convert, and it took me a while to realize, and it took me this, and it took me that. And I told her, listen, whether you are righteous or wicked is your choice. We obviously know what your choice is, because you're converting, righteous person, you're doing good things, and you're also involved in Kiruv. You're involved in helping other Jews do Teshuva. Even before you yourself turn into a Jew, you're already involved in helping other Jews do Teshuva. So aside from having a special love from HaShem, where HaShem says 36 times in the Torah that you have special protection as a convert, you have special protection from HaShem. He's considering you as both, he's your father and he's your mother. A convert has special protection in Shamayim. On top of that, you're helping his other children come back to him. And on top of that, the day you convert, you're officially zero. You're officially 0 years old. You're born. You're a brand new soul. So, Hashem decides if you're pregnant or not. And she's okay. She continued believing. No doctors, no special labs, no breaking heads, no nothing. Baruch Hashem, within a couple of years, she had 2 kids already. Against all odds, against everybody else's logic, it didn't make sense, but Baruch Hashem, Hashem runs the show. Hashem runs the show. Unfortunately, this is a unique case, because this is a woman that actually had a lot of emunah. She believed that everything I was telling her, I provided the sources and everything else, it's 100% from God. So she said, okay, listen, if Torah says that the minute I convert, I'm a brand new soul, then the fact that I'm 40 years old is not relevant anymore. I'm not 40 years old, I'm 0 years old. I'm a baby. And the fact that doing Kiruv gives me special attention from Hashem, then that's what I'm going to go with. And the fact that I'm a convert makes Hashem take special attention to me. I'm going to take that to the bank too. I have three aces. So I'm going to believe 100% in this. No tests, no special medicine, no special nothing. She just traditionally did everything, Baruch Hashem. No problems, no nothing. Everything 100% perfect. But on the other hand, I have some people, they don't have the same level of emunah. And right away, without even trying naturally, without even needing to do anything else, right away they go to doctors, they spend tens of thousands of dollars on all types of painful experiments, and still 3, 4, 5 years later, still no kids, Hashem Yachim. Hashem is putting you sometimes in positions where He wants you to develop your emunah, which we'll talk about next. So now the first thing is that Hashem is rebuking Sarah Imenu, saying, why did you say that your husband's old? Why did you say that, that you're old and you can't bring kids? And Sarah denied it. She denied it, I didn't laugh, and she became very scared. So from here, we learn actually that Hashem knows your feelings. Hashem knows your thoughts. Because she didn't say anything out loud. What is written here, it says, Sarah laughed at herself, meaning within herself, in her own mind. She didn't say it to the malachim. She didn't say it to the angels or anything like that.
We are meant to be a light unto the nations, not to follow their misguided practices. Remember, every Jew has to remember that he's a Jew and she's a Jew. We don't celebrate non-Jewish holidays, even if they seem harmless. It's a zilzul, disrespect to the Torah, and could lead to Chilul HaShem, desecration of God's name. Stick to our holy Torah and our own holidays. That's the path of a true Jew.